Hi everyone, this is Cathy from theintimacydojo.com, here with Reid from readaboutsex.com. Hey Reid.
Hey Cathy.
What can you do, if you're putting on a dating profile, what can you do so that you don't attract needy people? If that's something you really don't want in your life and you don't want to have to weed through them and kind of like fend them off, what can you say or do so that you can kind of eliminate that from your response?
I would put right up on top in big capital letters, needy people need not apply.
Do you think needy people are always cognizant that they're needy?
No, but I mean, be obvious about what works for you, what doesn't.
Right.
So the segue is, for you, what is an acceptable level of neediness?
What appears needy to you? Is it them calling 5 times a day, or them texting 20 times, or
like I'm coming up with silly examples, but like somebody who's been in a car for 4 hours and really needs to pee, and they're standing in front of you and they're like, they need to pee. Is that too needy for you? Versus somebody who needs reassurance in a way that is not working for you.
Yes.
Because you're going to have your own levels that don't even faze you.
Mm-hmm.
Where for other people, they're like, oh my God, how can you put up with that? And you're like, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
So one is for you to take a look at what is needy and how that bothers you. Like, get clear about that, because if you don't have that figured out or kind of mapped out, there's no way to create a policy.
Right.
So, and if you don't have a policy, there's nothing to enforce. So everything's really fuzzy. And if they're just a really nice person that happens to tweak you in these, 4 ways, it's hard to say no.
So knowing yourself is, like, I personally dislike getting, like, chatty text messages a lot, like, back and forth every day. And I know to some people that's fine, but I could put right in my profile, I don't chat by text.
Yeah, text messaging doesn't work for me. Or
I mean, it does if you're running late, but I don't want to go back and forth chatting that way.
Sure. The other piece there, and we'll get back into needs, is like, let's say the chatty text messaging. If you text them back, hey, FYI, I don't really do the text, the 28 lines of text messaging. I use text messaging for this purpose. Does that work for you? And they say yes, but they continue to do it. That's just somebody who's either incapable of making adjustments or just doesn't hear you at all.
It's maybe not a good fit.
It might not be a good fit, right? Around, how do you not attract needy once you've figured out what is needy for you? Because one person's needy is another person's delight. Then, as far as like looking at your dating profile, write down the things that you know really work well for you. Lead with that. Then have the things that don't work well for you. Yeah. And I think, and we talked about this in another video, give people some sort of hoop to jump through in the beginning. I like a question that will elicit them telling you more about themselves. Because what you find out there is if in their response they don't answer the question at all,
then they're not paying attention.
Then they're not paying attention, and they're not paying attention right off the bat. Yeah. Now, they might get better at it. You might have got them on a bad day, but you should know in like 3 to 4 emails if they're scoring high on they're passing my requirements list. If they do not pass your requirements list, get rid of them. Because you guys are not a good fit. For somebody else, they're a perfect fit.
Yeah, let them free to go play with someone else.
Release, catch, and release. And then as far as needs go, I think separating it from there's communication styles, whereas like somebody who just really loves texting, they just text everybody. You only see them texting you 10 times a day.
Right. They may be texting everybody.
They might be texting everybody because their grandfather invented texting. Who knows, right? So communication differences does not needy make.
Good point.
And start to understand yourself around that. And then I would just, really delve into, again, back to like what's needy for you. Yeah. What's too needy? What is not needy? and get clear on those things. And then when you have a conversation with them, on the phone or whatever, or in person, have this conversation with them. Hey, what is needy for you, and what's too needy, and what would be ways that I could show up that would not work for you? Because in that conversation, you guys will get a lot of interesting information about each other.
You can create intimacy.
By being vulnerable, and you get to set the tone to get more information on whether this person is a good fit for you or not.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Leave comments below. Let us, let Cathy know how you're doing. You can email me too at reid@readaboutsex.com, and Cathy's Cathy with a C at theintimacydojo.com.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.